come sip something, come smoke something. You is now tuned into the Killer Mix podcast.
The Killer Mix.
Yeah, what up with y'all, man? It's the Konnoisseur, a.k.a. Konnoisseur Kev0o. Born in the port, but the West is where I sprouted, man.
Most definitely, man. You know what I mean? This interview has been a long time coming, but it's better than ever. How could I say? Man, I just want to let you know, man, congratulations on the project, man. If a lot of y'all people did not know, this man right here has been in the lab working something crazy, man. He just dropped his new project, Manifest, man. You got a few bangers up there, man. Tell us about it.
Well, let's just talk about the name Manifest. So, Manifest is something actually very important to me, if you ask it, like, because if you talking about an objective, a dream for our example, you know, because we dream killers, you know what I'm saying? So, or just anything in life, you got to manifest it first. You got to manifest. What did I say before in my head? Or what did I say recently? I said you got to manifest it, attack it, and kill your dreams. Feel me? So that's the whole mindset for this whole EP. This is the project before the big album Konnoisseur Kev0o, the self-titled project. You know what I'm saying? And off this project, we gonna add, you know, probably 1 or 2 tracks from this project to the big project. So we get, you know, a lot of like, oh shit, we got this back, okay. And this might be a different version. Maybe something might have a second verse on there. Maybe I'll put somebody on that second verse. I mean, you'll never know. So
Definitely. Yo, man, so I see, man, from hearing Manifest, we listen to it together. Like, you know, I listen to it by myself, man. You got a few heavy tracks up there. So I just want to go through each one, you know what I mean? You just tell me how you was feeling, what you was going through, like, you know what I mean? And I ain't gonna be in no specific order, but, you know, most definitely. Rolling Stone.
So if you know, you guys don't know my background, I'm half Italian. A lot of people really think I'm Puerto Rican and white or some shit, or whatever, Dominican, some shit, you know what I'm saying? They think I'm Spanish to the end of the day. So me growing up biracial, you know what I'm saying, my grandfather was a huge rock and roll fan. My uncles were a huge rock and roll fan. So that's one of the songs I heard a lot, which is Rolling Stones Painted Black. You know what I'm saying? So what me and Flo did, shout out to my brother Flo, we sat down together and I was like, yo bro, I want to do this for this sample. Cause we was just thinking about like shit we could, you know, sample and shit just to, you know, hype shit up and whatnot. So I was like, yo, this dude Painted Black. And he was like, what's that? So I showed him the track and whatnot and what I wanted to do. And I was like, yo, let's do it like this. And I was making the sounds and shit, like, you know what I'm saying? And it came out great. You know what I'm saying? I wrote that track in a good, like, I wrote that shit during my lunch break. I wrote the first verse, and I already had the hook in my head, so that was already set. And the second verse I wrote in the studio, and that took me at least 15 minutes, at most 15 minutes, you know what I'm saying? So it was just a vibe that I couldn't let go, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, you got to manifest, attack, and kill that shit, so.
Definitely, most definitely. And the video to that is definitely out, yo. So definitely go check
tune
it out.
into that video on all YouTube at Kev0o, Kev0, lowercase o.
Most definitely. All right, so what you is?
So another thing too, niggas usually think I'm from who the fuck knows? Niggas don't think I'm from where I actually am from. I'm from Bridgeport at the end of the day, you know what I'm saying? I'm from the west side, Whittier Street to be specific, you know what I'm saying? So whenever I was out there, I would always hear my uncles on the whole other side of the street like, yo, what you is, son? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's like a the way I interpret it, it's like what you is, like how you is, or how you feeling, like where you at, you know what I'm saying? Like, or like if you even hear the yeah, like in the cut, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's letting you know I'm here, like, you know what I'm saying? So that just stuck with me, you know what I'm saying? And
most definitely.
Yeah.
So growing up in Bridgeport, that also, you know what I mean, divide from where a lot of your music and everything go from. Alright, so most definitely, how you feel about Reloaded?
Reloaded is something that I just wanted to like show niggas like, yo, I'm not fucking around. Same thing with Rolling Stone too, like that's another thing with Rolling Stone, but like I'm not really fucking around. Like, this is how niggas want to play, okay, I'm Reloaded, let's get it, nigga. Like, simple and plain, like. So that's just how I'm coming. You know what I'm saying? I gotta set the tone right, you know what I'm saying? The first track on the album, I mean on the EP, so.
Okay. To provide.
Funny thing about that, I meant to update it and say one of a kind, but provide still makes sense, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
with that one, I came with a whole different type of flow, and it was kind of interesting. You know what I'm saying? Like I think I recorded that track. I recorded that track twice. I ain't gonna hold you. Yeah, I recorded that track twice. First time it was good. I just was like, you know what? I need more energy, so I redid that shit, and that's how it came out. That shit was pretty fun. I ain't gonna hold you. So
definitely.
Yeah.
Which one? All right. So before I get into this next track, which one took you the longest to say to me?
To write and record. I want to say it was probably either Provide or Came Up, because I remember recording Came Up twice as well because of the energy I had. You know what I'm saying? So I wanted to turn them both up. Usually, like, I ain't even gonna lie. Like, there's nothing wrong with this too, because we have the access to the studio and to create shit. I usually don't like to keep my one version of the track. Like, I try to, if I feel like at least one thing is fucked up, or like I feel like this part is fucked up, I'ma redo it. You know what I'm saying? It's only right, because like this comes back to my football history and shit. If you fuck up, you gotta redo that shit. Like, it don't matter what it is. If you fuck up in the drill, you getting back in line and you redoing that shit right after you fuck up. Feel me? Until you get it right.
That's the discipline.
So, yeah, that's the discipline.
Yeah. So how you feel about Came Up?
That's probably my favorite song. I ain't gonna hold you. Right? I was gonna hold that for the album, but I was like, you know what? I need something. Need to put something on the album that's gonna be a little that's catchier, but you're gonna understand everything I'm saying, because I'm I'm telling a story, but then at the same time I'm still talking my shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, because what did I say? I said I'm burning the best, come for the port, but I reside in the West. Like, that's true shit. I always said that in all my songs. Born in the port, but the West is where I sprouted, my nigga. That's what I really stand on. Like, because at the end of the day, like, the West is really like my second home, if you really be technical. Like, Bridgeport will always be my hometown, but the West, because like football, I played football in West Haven. Even since like a little nigga. So like, my uncle was a coach and he got me into that shit. And that's how I got all my friends too, like football. That's how I got all my brothers, football, my nigga. Like, we all wanted to play, and that's.
So if you wasn't rapping right now, would you say you'd be trying to go to the league?
Nah.
What would you think?
The only reason why, because I got hurt during football.
Okay.
My junior year, I got hurt during springs. Turf is a motherfucker, bro. You can't fuck with turf. You gotta really be careful with that shit. Really be on your shit with turf, and that's what fucked me with me. I got my foot stuck in the turf, like how you hear in the NFL and shit, and in college, and I tore my meniscus. I lost my knee cartilage. You know what I'm saying? So like, a lot of other people would bounce back, but it's like, it wasn't just the physical part. Like, it was more like, do I want to play again, my nigga? Like, and just like risk my knee blowing up again and shit. Like, cause that was something consecutive as well. Like, my knee was blowing up still after like months of recovery and surgery and shit. So like, I was like, you know what? Fuck this. I'm about to go get some money.
Oh yeah. How you feel about your surgery and everything when you was going through that? What was your mindset on?
That shit was interesting. I ain't gonna hold you, because niggas woke up, niggas went in the room, closed my eyes, and I was in the other room. Like, you don't really know what happened. You know what I'm saying? Like, so like, just thankful that niggas woke up. You know
Definitely.
So, I mean, yes, it needs it's orthoscopic surgery, but you still can never know what happens. You know what I'm saying? Maybe niggas' bodies could have reacted to the anesthesia or some other shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, you gotta be grateful.
And was you making music while you was playing football already, or did you start after football kind of took a turn?
That was like, music was like something I had like a huge passion for on the side, but just nobody knew, because I didn't really like express that shit. Yeah. If you can't like this type of person I am, like, if you somebody I say you really like, you my nigga, like you gonna know me, like, you know what I'm saying? I'm gonna put you on this shit, but like, overall, everybody else, I'm careful, bro. It's really like, it's whatever. If we meet and like we click off right, that's cool. You know what I'm saying? I respect that. I give niggas more respect than anything, because at the end of the day, niggas don't gotta like you. At the end of the day, if a nigga respects you, that's all that matters. You don't fuck about that. You don't gotta fucking like me. Just respect it.
Most definitely. How you feel about? I seen a post the other day. It's pretty funny. It said, you ever chilled with somebody and then you knew you was never gonna see these niggas again in your life?
That's some mind blowing shit because I never thought about no shit like that.
Yeah, you ever like chill with a nigga? You be like, damn, I'm probably never gonna see you after this, but you know what I mean? What up? I guess we chilling for right now.
Yeah, but I ain't gonna hold you. I can't do that. I get that, you know what I'm saying? But like, if you around just for that, then what's the point of you being around? But I understand without the knowing. That's the without the knowing fact. But like, I feel like
it's like you don't know him, but you just freshly meet him, and he a cool dude. But you like, damn, I'm probably never gonna see this nigga again in my life.
That makes sense.
Yeah, let me put it like that.
That makes sense. That definitely makes sense.
Not like he your man's, and you know what I mean. You like, damn, I ain't never gonna chill with this nigga again. It's like you freshly knew him, you just met him.
Okay,
you know what I mean.
That's the weed kicking in. Sorry, y'all. I was thinking about some way other shit.
Yeah, man. How you feel about that?
Makes sense.
You know, I put it in a better narrative for you. You ever cop some bud from a fire ass plug
and never
seen the nigga again because you ain't have his number?
I can give you a story right now, nigga.
Indeed.
Hold up. All right, so in college, right, we was smoking outside across the street from the buildings, right? And, you know, they ain't ever give a fuck about that shit. They ain't never bother us, right? Mm-hmm. So one day, this Jamaican nigga, right, cruising on a bike and shit, he said, "Oh, y'all niggas smoking, huh?" He had a little Jamaican accent. He was like, "Yo, I'll be right back." I said, "All right," because he was primarily talking to me and shit. Yeah. So he came back 5 minutes later after we finished smoking. I popped back out outside. And he was like, "Yeah." Came across the street. He dapped me up, right? Yeah. Gave me a nice ass snug. I was like, "Oh, this is purpley," and all that shit was nice. And he gave me his number, but I think I threw the paper out unintentionally. You know what I'm saying? So. Yeah, shout out to you, whoever you is, man. That shit was fire, bro. With a mother.
Nigga say you never had a chance to run into him again.
No.
Nah, I feel that. Like, I went through some shit like that, too. Like, I had this fire-ass bug, man. And this when I was younger, so, like, I was smoking weed, but I didn't really know, like, if a connect was the connect for real. Like, you feel me? So, he picked me up from school. It was, like, the day of my prom and shit. He picked me up from school, nigga. He was like, "Yo, you smoke?" I'm like, yeah, he an old nigga too, like 65, like nigga shit. Real old, like Italian nigga, like on some shit, like. So I'm like, yeah. This is the first time I started really like learning different names and shit. Nigga pulled out a big ass jar on Senate Council. This is my Uber driver. I'm like, damn, nigga, yeah, like you feel me, like. So I'm like, damn, this shit some fire, like fucking around. He opened the shit up. He like, yeah, I got ace and shit. I'm like, yo, I only got $15 on me. He like, fuck it, I got you. Nigga gave me that shit. Took his number down and shit. I was smoking, man. That nigga, he was locked in for a little minute, man. I was like, damn,
that's fire.
This shit some fire, nigga. He was teaching me mad shit. Went to the strip club for the first time. He like, yeah, this my grandson.
That's my grandson.
Heard it be. I'm like, damn. They like, you his grandson? I'm like, I guess so. This nigga
that's
white.
Hilarious. Holy shit.
So what's something you got coming up shortly, man? Which I know you're working on the album. What's the name of your album?
It's a self-titled project called Konnoisseur Kev0o. If y'all don't know Konnoisseur Kev0o, that's something that I started way back in like 2018, 2017. Officially probably 2018 with the freestyle Konnoisseur Kev0o. If you haven't heard that, go on my SoundCloud and tune into that shit, man. That's probably like 3 years old, but that shit still go crazy to this day. That's I did it off of a Nori beat, Blood Money. It was him, Nature, and Nas, and it was back in like that was I think like '98 or some shit like that. But that shit was crazy, bro. That beat was crazy. It was just something I caught on to, and I was like, I can't let this shit go. I gotta finish this shit, and I named it Konnoisseur Kev0o. That's me. Like, and that whole thing I was talking about weed, like this whole weed thing, like in Connecticut, there's honestly like if you want to be technical, there's really nobody like spitting this weed shit like me, bro. Like there's very few, but respectfully, I don't mean that in no arrogant way. I'm saying that the humblest way ever. Like I honestly feel like there's nobody doing this weed shit like me in Connecticut. Like, so I stand on that shit. Like I talk about the weed like it's something like second nature. Like smoking on breath is tasting like jelly. Like jelly breath really tastes like jelly. Like no funny shit. Like
how long you been smoking for?
I've been around weed since I was a little kid. Like my dad was a big jugger in Bridgeport. Like, and he used to have weed around and shit. Like I used to see it. You know what I'm saying? But I never put my eyes to it. You know what I'm saying? I knew what weed was, but I wasn't fucking with it like that until like sophomore year. So I was 17. I stayed a year back. So yeah, 17 at the end of sophomore year, I smoked, and it was cool. My second time I smoked, I was faded. I went with my mom. I don't know if she knew if I was faded, but we went to McDonald's and I fucking got so much food, nigga, and I was going after, nigga.
How long did you hide that you was smoking before you came out and was like, fuck it? Yeah, I know.
A good year.
A good year?
Good year. But like it wasn't on no like, hey guys, I smoke weed. Like it was just like I smoke weed. Like, okay.
Like you found out and shit.
It was like you just better be smart on what you're doing. That's
shit
all.
Used to be crazy, man. Yo, back in the day, you having to come in the crib high. Like, only thing was best.
Niggas used to walk in the crib so fast. Hey, ma. So quick.
I lived with my pops, so I used to go in that shit like smack, but he used to be smack too. So, you know, when you high and somebody else high, you only could tell if they really high.
If they come close.
If you come close. Like, you feel me? So you like, damn, like, is he high? But you don't look high. Like, so you like, all right.
So you
fuck
high?
It. Yeah, man. They used to try to trick me all the time. Like, go to the store, get some Dutchers. Like, which ones you want? Like, which one? The Dutch Masters? How you know what that is? You like, nigga, I've been around them my whole life. I know this shit.
That's too funny.
I know, man. I came in the crib. I came in the car smoking with my sister in the car. Came in the crib. She was like, stepmom was like, yo, you high? I'm like, nah. She like, yes, you is. You high. So I start walking upstairs in my room. I'm like, leave me alone. Like, I'm not high. Like,
funny.
Went to the room, fell right to sleep. Yo, the next day, my pops came. He was like,
yeah, he's high.
He like, yo, I know you. I know you smoke weed and shit. I'm like, yeah. See, my mom's already knew, so it wasn't ever like my mom smoked with her since I was young, so it wasn't really like an issue. But my pops ain't never know, and I'm like, fuck it, like.
See, my pops, he hit me with one day we was out at the gas station. And he was like, yeah, you be smoking them papers. That's why you be booming in the crib like that. I was like, how you know I smoke? He was like, I know, don't worry. I ain't worried about that shit. But it was probably till I was like senior year 18. And I was like, yo, Pops, I'm tired of buying from niggas. What you got? He was like, you want some smoke? I said, yeah. What you want? He was like, yeah, just let me know. And then he gave me an eighth, and I was going, nigga. I ain't even gonna hold you. I remember the first time smoking with him too. That was on my birthday, when I turned 18. He was like, yo, let's go for a ride. Went for a ride and smoked some OG. It was OG back in like 2015 was probably like up here. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. Mind you, we get strains from Cali and all that shit probably like 2 years after. Fact, you know what I'm saying? So I tried OG for the first time. That shit blew my fucking head off, nigga. I tried New York Sour Diesel with my pops the first time, and that shit fucking killed me, bro. I smoked it once on a ride with him, but the second time I smoked it with him, we went to go see Straight Outta Compton, and I was smashed trying to walk in the movie theater and all this shit, yo. That's New York Sour Diesel. I got some right now too. That shit is, it might say it's sativa dominant, but that shit hit you like indica. I ain't even gonna hold you. Hit you like kush.
That's that shit that have you at school high for 6 hours.
The whole time you was school, nigga.
It was definitely, nigga. I never forget, man, I smoked with my pops for the first time, nigga. That shit was wavy. Now, I remember, nigga, I smoked with my brother and my sister, and then I ended up, like, it was my first time really, like, getting high for real. So, I'm sitting there, and then I start laughing. I'm laughing at everything. Like, you ain't even have to say nothing funny, and that shit was funny. Nigga, went upstairs, I went in my pop's room. I'm sitting there cracking up, looking at him, dying. He in the bed with a girl like, yo, what you doing? Like, I'm like, yo. I'm crying. Shorty come out and shit. She like, yeah, you high? I'm like, nah. Nigga, I tried to go look for my sister and my brother. Them niggas skated on me. Like, I ain't know where they went.
Peace out, kid.
Seen them the next day. They're like, yeah, I knew you was high. Like, you was laughing up the storm. I had to dip on you. I couldn't get caught with you. I'm like, damn, nigga. Yeah, I swear to you not, man. That shit was probably like, when I really started smoking my pops, though, that shit was lit.
You ever smoked in front of your moms?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was the first time like?
So, the first time I kind of like, I was going out to Bridgeport actually, and because she lived out there. So she picked me up and everything in the truck. She like, yeah, like we about to go to the house, you know what I mean? He already, cause my stepfather at the time, she like, yeah, he already got 2 J's rolled and shit like that. I'm like, 2 J's rolled? She like, yeah, you smoke, right? I'm like, they already knew, like, I'm like, yeah, I smoke. Like, so we go to the crib, I get high with her for the first time. Yeah, that was lit, I ain't gonna lie. And ever since then, Go out there, she over there sparking me up. Shit, I'm
That's
like,
the
yeah.
that's the Zangria. That's the Skittles cross with the Girl Scout, the Thin Mints.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, that shit was fire. I ain't even like, especially because she was the first person that was like out of like my mom's and my pops that I smoked with for real. That knew like,
Go get that Sangria, y'all. That Sangria hitting. That's the Skittles cross to the Thin Mints. Shit is fire. I ain't gonna hold you.
how was it your first time smoking with your mom? You ever smoked with your
My
mom?
mom don't smoke weed, but
Oh,
she
okay.
the first time I smoked in front of her, that shit was hilarious.
Yeah.
I was smoking with my dad in the back because like they had like my dad like he likes playing music during the summertime outside. That
Most
was
definitely.
and shit like because my dad is he's a producer and shit. So like he's like the reason why like I got this love and passion for this music shit. You know what I'm saying? So like he would have music playing and shit, and he had an L roll, and he passed that shit to me, and she was like, "What are you doing? You gave my son some weed to smoke?" He was like, "Yeah." He smokes. What you mean? Like she knows, but like she never seen me like smoke. So like that was funny. Like she didn't like she wasn't like actually in shock. She was just like playing around. But she she's cool with it. She knows that this shit nothing crazy.
Yeah, I used to have this tent out back out my crib, and it was like a tent covered the whole like what I mean outside and shit, so you couldn't get rained on or nothing. That was the day of my graduation. I went in there. Man, we was getting high as fucking that shit. I'm like, damn, I had friends over, everything. Smoking, I fall asleep out there. That's how you know niggas was grimy. I fell asleep out there. Granted, I was in the backyard of my crib, but
God, nigga.
nigga, they niggas left me out there. Everybody in the crib. I wake up at 7 o'clock in the morning outside, like, damn. Go in the crib, they all sitting on the couch, just sitting on the couch. They're like, damn, we was wondering when you was gonna come inside. I'm like, oh yeah, y'all niggas could have woke me up or something, like,
right?
Everybody all asleep. Definitely want to know, like, with the flavors going around the room and everything. How you feeling right now?
Right now, you smoking on some Zangria. Like I said, that's the Thin Mints with the girl with the Skittles. I've been wanting some Z lately because, like, yo, if we want to be technical, bro, it's crazy. Like, you know how old Z is? Z is like almost, I would say, a good 8 years. Z came out, I want to say 2014, 2013. If I'm correct, 2014, 2015. That's still a good amount. This is still, like 5 years plus that it was sitting. It's crazy how this shit blowing up, bless you. It's crazy how Skittles really came about, you know what I'm saying? It's fucking crazy. And I used to not like Skittles. I think like the first couple times I had Skittles, I ain't like how it was burning, but that Sangria burning good.
Nah, facts. That shit tastes fucking delicious, man.
I had the chance to get original Z, but I pulled back because I got the Sangria instead. Bless you again. So, yeah, man. I got some, like I said, I got some original New York Sour Diesel from, shout out to my boy CEO Exotics. Yeah, that dude be having some shit, man. If we talk about weed too, yo, I be doing live weed reviews on Facebook every Tuesday and Friday.
Most definitely.
At 7 o'clock every Tuesday and Friday. So tap in, come enjoy the vibe, roll a joint with your boy. You know what I'm saying?
Come smoke like the Konnoisseur.
Yeah, man, we enjoying shit. You know what I'm saying? So like, with that, I try to talk about weed, talk about music and shit. Shit that happens in life. Sports and shit. When it's football season, I want to start watching the XFL. Shout out to my boy Brandon Sebastian. He in the XFL right now. He going crazy. I don't recall what his team name is, but I did see some pictures and shit, and I heard that they're actually they're doing good right now. So shout out to them.
So what you feel about what's your give me your top 5 favorite strains?
Historical or like we talking like
favorite strains you smoke that you could say, all right, nah, I'll cop this shit definitely.
Anytime, any day. Yeah. First things first, wedding cake. Wedding cake off top, bro. Wedding cake. I like wedding cake. I actually came to the reason. Yo, you want to hear some crazy shit, my nigga? And we just talking about this shit, bro. All right, let me name these shits real quick. So we got wedding cake, we got platinum OG. Out of all the OGs, that's probably my favorite one and the most historical one for all of us. Well, not for all of us, but for me and my brothers and shit. Because like back in 2017 to 29 to present days, nigga, we get platinum all the fucking time. That shit tastes like marshmallows and sweetness and gas, nigga. Like, if you don't know, my nigga, and motherfuckers really be unappreciating that shit because they be like, oh, I got platinum. But do you know what actual platinum you have? There's like there's a lot of platinum cuts that niggas be like, oh yeah, I just got platinum. No, you probably got this platinum. You probably got platinum Girl Scout. You probably got platinum Cali's, which got the purple tinge to it, but it still look like some motherfucking cookie. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's platinum cake. I never got my hands on platinum cake, but I would like to try that. There's platinum Dolado. Niggas never had that one, but that one right there is stupid. I had it like once.
Yeah, that shit sound like that shit is different.
Number 3, I'm gonna have to go with Cushman's.
Cushman's
is my favorite modern day like cookie type thing. Like it's Kush, but it's cookies because it's a Bubba cross. You know what I'm saying? But it got the animal mints in it. You know what I'm saying? So I like that. What's another one that I really like and I've actually came to really grow and appreciate it? Tropicana.
Tropicana cookies?
Yeah, Tropicana cookies.
Yo, I had an experience with those. Those are fucking. That type of strain right there is fire.
That strain is
like
amazing.
The way it tastes, everything. Like that shit
tastes
just
like fucking oranges. Last one, for some grapes in my life, I need Granimals. Granimals. Remember when I brought that shit to niggas during SP2 times?
Nah, most definitely.
It was right when I was fresh. I had COVID, and I was fresh off COVID, and I went to go grab that shit, and I smoked it for the first time. I was coughing like that shit had my eyes running, all that shit like it was OG, bro. Like I think it was that cherry pie in it, bro. But I brought it to y'all niggas was like, oh, this shit smell crazy. And I had that shit recently too, man.
Yeah, that shit was fire too. Because I think we was definitely, we always catching COVID at that time, like on some shit. That shit was a different type of feel. Like
shit, now we not, thank God. Shit.
Yeah, hell yeah. And revert to your music, how do you said you rap about weed and everything as well. How does weed play a part in your songs or play a part in your music?
It's more like the lifestyle, the lifestyle, it's not just about, we smoke a weed just to be high. No, like, there's actually medical causes of this shit. Like, you actually are more chill. Like, your anxiety's not as, like, crazy or depressed. Like, people who deal with depression could smoke. People who got back problems, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Like, any type of joint pain kills it. Like, so, like, for example, I had surgery, you know what I'm saying? So, like, I don't have as much knee cartilage in my right knee. So, like, sometimes my shit will be hurting. Sometimes my shit will be clicking. When I was 14, I broke my collarbone, too. So, like, I'll be feeling that shit sometimes when I sleep. Like, I can't really sleep on one side. Like, so, also, too, like, I'll feel my shit crunching. Yeah. My shit will go numb from time to time if I lean wrong. Like, it's all like, if I smoke this, I'll be straight. You know what I'm saying? Like,
most definitely.
So,
it's definitely, you feel like, so it's definitely something therapeutic. Really therapeutic. It helps with a lot of stuff, man.
And the taste on top of that, you can't get enough of it. Well, especially when you got some good terps burning and you got that nice oil ring like this shit burning, you know what I'm saying? Like, this shit just too tasty. Like, you know what I'm saying? It's like candy or like certain like pastries, shit like that. Feel me? Like, this one right here tastes like grapefruits. Like,
on some shit, nigga.
Try that New York sour out.
Oh yeah. What we smoking on is a New York sour, man.
New York sour diesel. There's two differences between sours. There's sour diesel and then New York sour diesel. Sour diesel tastes like apples and it's hella green. The New York sour diesel, on the other hand, it tastes like grapefruits and it's more hairier and it's fluffier. Feel me? So, yeah, know your differences. Don't just say you got sour diesel and you got the other one, or say you got New York sour but you got the other. You know what I'm saying? So.
I want to say thanks for coming out, bro. Definitely a great experience chilling with you, man. Smoking with you. You got some fire over there, man. Let them know where they could tap in with all your music, with everything that you got going on, everything that you're doing.
You can find me on all platforms at Kev0_NLS. That's KEV0 lowercase O_NLS. If you guys don't know what NLS stands for Never Lose Sanity. And if you look at NLS and you fucking word it out, it's NLS. It's endless. Never lose sanity. It's endless. This shit is endless at the end of the day. So, yeah, you can also find me on Facebook at Konnoisseur Kev0o. Same thing with TikTok, too. So, yeah.
Most definitely, man. Once again, it's the Killa Mix Podcast, man. Sponsored by Dream Kills Productions, Dream Kills Records, man. Tap in. Thank you, and we out.
Yeah.